yet again. I'm recording just after the last episode. I've just come in to my farm, knocked down all the grown wheat that you saw last time, and replanted it to make the farm a bit bigger. I stop replanting when the farm fills up my room sizes like I do with the sugarcane, and then I'll just cut it down and store it and use it. So what I think I want to get onto now, today, is Formcraft. So I'm going to build a Formcraft room like I normally do. So this is going to be a bit annoying. I'll just take this bucket of water. I normally would build it here. Is that right here? Yes, it is. Good. Now occasionally this might break out into the edge of a wall, but I think because I've built this house cleverly, where I've started with the main room being in the biggest indent into the hill. It means that if I build rooms outside of it, it should be fine. So I'm going to build a Formcraft room. You see how I'll build my 9x9 rooms, so you don't need to see this. Right then, built my 9x9. Now, look at my inventory, it's perfectly clean. How did I manage that here, you ask? Because of that magic digger's backpack we made. Look at that. All the cobble and dirt's in there. And then, we don't have to manually take it out, we can just shift right click, and magic, it's all in here. Oh yeah. That is why we built that. Now, this is a Formcraft room, so Formcraft stuff. Oh wait, first let me just minus coal because it's here. And I don't like having coal in the wall. It ruins the effect. I also like having lots of spare coal in my inventory, so I just might as well mine it. Whoa, didn't fill that in. Sorry about up here. There we go. OCD about that. It said if creepers blow it up, there's a little bit more blast protection. I'll also get this bit of coal. Just give me a sec. There we go. Right. Now, what you want to do is you probably want to build yourself an infinite water source first in Formcraft. Then you want to start your infinite water source. Now, I have one out here, which because this is my new entranceway, I'm going to board this up again, block it up even, and door. I want a door to my Formcraft room. Sounds like there's something outside the house. Is there? No. Okay. Doesn't matter. Right then. Now, what we're going to do in Formcraft? Well, there's nothing you really can do until you start certain things. So, first we're going to get one of these golden nuggets. Brilliant. We're going to get a stick. Brilliant. And we're going to find a shard of some sort. Now I've got quite a lot of shards here. 8 air, 9 fire, 3 water, 7 earth, and 2 vis. Now I've got all 4 of these types, and vis haven't got any dull or dim or whatever they're called, but it doesn't matter. So I will take a fire one just because that's what I have the most amount of, and it suits my personality personally. At least I think it does when I set fire to things. You build this crafting recipe, you get a Wand of the Apprentice written in yellow writing. That's how you know it's special. It says 50 vis, and it holds, and as you can probably see, maybe, I don't know if you can see down in this area of the screen where my mouse is, that's where it tells you how much vis this wand has. Now vis is like power in the atmosphere sort of thing. It's your power bar sort of thing, basically. Your mana, I guess you might want to call it, for those who play RPGs and stuff. So now what we want to do is we want to get a bookshelf. To get a bookshelf, we need books, obviously. So my sugarcane farm appears to have grown. Let's go harvest some sugarcane. Okay, I've got my sugarcane. What you want to do with this is you want to make paper. So I'm just going to make a 64 stack of paper. Well, I can't make 64 because it's in freeze. Also, I happen to have divided that up wrong. There we go. This is when 1.5 vanilla would be useful. Anyway, almost 64 stack of paper, and put this back because to make books in newer versions of Minecraft, you need leather, which makes more sense than the old crafting recipe, I guess, but it's much more of a nuisance. So, cows. Let me go adventure for cows. Right then, back home. 12 pieces of leather for that entire trip. It's not really as much as I would have wanted, but well. Got some shards of video, that's fine. I've just decided I can't be bothered with this sort of system that I'm using for my items, so I've just decided to lob everything in here. It'll be fine. Brilliant. My digger's backpack gathered some dirt whilst I was out from a creeper explosion. Oh yeah, and I got a load of stuff so that I can't actually be fitted into there, so I'll just put it in there instead. There we go. Right then, so what we want is to make a book. So that's a crafting recipe of 3 pieces of paper. I should probably remove this. That's not it. There we go. Right click on that. Yeah. Sorry about that. Got a cold. Just give me a second. Right, I'm back from doing stuff related to cold. Got a book. Now I want 3 of these because it's just occurred to me I wanted a bookshelf. So I want to make this. Then to make a bookshelf, you take your 3 books and you combine them with wood like so. You know, you should know these things. These are all vanilla recipes. And you place a bookshelf anywhere you want. It's all up to you. Then you get your wand, your magic wand. Also, I haven't got a sword. I know it's slightly off topic from what I'm doing, but I always have swords. It doesn't feel right to not have a sword in my inventory. So I'm just gonna make a sword so that I can equip it in demand. Almost made a screwdriver. It's funny. Shovels were there and axe was there. Don't really need the axe. I don't know. Right, there we go. Come on, get a wand, look at the bookshelf and right click. What is this magic wizardry? It is a Formonomicon. Oh no, what is this? Oh, you right click, you open it. This is like an achievements list with stuff to read, like great wood trees and aspects of magic. You can click on these and they come up, and you can read a lot about stuff that doesn't really mean anything that you need to know. So yeah. So how we start is what we want to do first is we want tables. So slabs and planks. So we've got loads of wood in our inventory already. That shouldn't take too long. Slabs. Everybody knows how to make slabs, right? Well, most people do. Should probably want a bit more right there. You want 3 tables, and I think that'll do you for the rest of Formcraft. For the amount of tables you're going to need. You can also use some aesthetically to look like tables, if you like the look of tables. Because, you know, some people always do that thing with tables where they make them... wait. Do I like that there? Yeah, I'm going to move this one here over a bit. Sorry about that. Just trying to remember how I aesthetically like it. There we go, that's better. Okay, what you want to do is, now you've got these, you want to magic one of these, and that becomes a... what's it called? Arcane work table, that's it. And you can make certain magic recipes in there, and you can put your wand into this slot here. And it also appears nice graphic on the block itself when there was the wand in it. The wand will recharge in there, but slowly. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let me just... I don't think you can dig that up either. No. Whoops. Pretend it never happened. Remember, people, you didn't see nothing. Alright, don't click on tables with wands. Remember that. So yeah. Now what we want to do is you want to... whoops. You want to get some scribing tools, which is glass bottle, feather, and ink sac. Or you can use a glass vial. They're different recipes. Glass bottles and glass vials. Glass vials use clay and 3 pieces of glass. Glass bottle uses just 3 pieces of glass, but you get less of them. Personally, I prefer vials, so I'm gonna go out and see if I can find some clay. Clay you will usually find underwater, in rivers. That's where it is. That's where it spawns. So, for those who don't know, I used to spend ages finding clay on ground until I realised you can find it underwater, and that's how you meant to find it. There we go. Right then, be back when I've got some clay. Right then, got some clay. Apparently it can go into a digger's backpack, which is ironic because the builder's backpack is made out of clay. Yet if it goes into diggers even, that probably means it won't go into the builders, which is a bit of a weird way to set it, but whatever. So now I've got some clay. I'm gonna just build some glass vials, if I can have glass. Yes, I can. Right then, probably want to make 16 for now. Ah, I'm an idiot. Whoops. Not me. Digger's backpack. Probably want to just take the clay out there and just put a bit there and there. Voila. I don't actually have hardly any space for anything in my entire place here. Arrows, dirt. Right then. Now, what we want to do is, what was the rest of the recipe? Ink sac and feather. Brilliant. Ink sacs. Where did I put the ink sacs that I brutally murdered squids for earlier? And feather. There we go. See, we needed feathers, but we didn't make them for that reason. But they came in useful, so it's fine. There we go. Scribing tools. These will also only get used once to make this. This is a research table. This is how you do all of Phobecraft. I'm going to stick all my paper in there and I'm going to set it to thorough just because that's how I play. Something else you're probably going to want is this crucible. A cauldron, when you right click it with the wand, will give you a crucible. Got 7 pieces of iron, just enough. This can also be used as a normal crafting table, so you know it doesn't only do magic, it does normal crafting as well. Highly useful. Cauldron, wand. Now something you want for this is underneath you need heat source. Now this is going to be a problem because I don't have any heat sources. So, where's my bucket? There it is. I know where there's some lava nearby. I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to go get it. So give me a second. Here we are. Back, literally, my home is just there, 50 meters away. The night, I slept through the night, you saw. Why isn't there a safe way down here? Damn you, Minecraft, damn you. Right then. So I see some lava down here, I presume there's a source of it. So, there it is. There we go, lava bucket. Easier than you think. And now I'll just head back up out again. And home. Literally, home is just there. Told you I knew where someone was nearby. I found that whilst I was hunting pigs for food, when I remembered that my difficulty meant that I was out of food. So, this is something else that you need to do in Phobecraft. You need to put the lava under your crucible. Then where's my cobble? I want to do that. Now, something you probably will find very useful, extremely early on, to do, before you get started, will probably be to build yourself a load of slabs that can't set on fire, because they won't set on fire, and it also means you can easily get up here to look in here. Some people use stairs as well. They will let you go up higher. I use slabs, because blah. I have them now. I don't know where to store that slab. Oh wait, there's loads of space in here, it's just not been sorted. There we go. By free loads, I mean like free spaces now. So what you want to do with this is the reason why I usually carry the bucket around with me. You always have a bucket in your inventory if you're going to do foamcraft. You fill it up with water, and it's awesome. And the lava source underneath will heat this water up. You can also use fire and netherrack, or you don't have to use netherrack. You can just keep using your flint and tinder, but that's a bit expensive. So you'd either use like netherrack and fire, or like an igniter from Red Power. So yeah, anyway, that starts boiling. So there we go. We've got some stuff here. Now how do we start foamcraft? Now we've got all this awesome cool stuff, I hear you ask. Sort of. Pretend you're asking. Please pretend you're asking. Anyway, basically what you do is you go over to your research table, you put your paper in here, bottom slot, and it all looks very complicated, but trust me, it's not. You put something in that you want to research, and they have their aspects that you can hover. If you have an item in your inventory, you can hold shift over it and see the aspects, and right click in here, and you press this button here, and if you get a research note, then what you're searching will have something you can search in it. Now those who watch Niles here, the way that he keeps pressing the button expecting to get a research note, that does not work. The research note will come up instantly if it's possible. So if no research note comes up, there's no point pressing that button again. Alright, you get these obscuras. This means that you do not know what this is yet, and you keep pressing it, and then you find out what these symbols are. So these are the symbols that you have here, and that's what's involved in this research. But this stone here isn't, which is why this is dimmed out. So if I'd like put some of this in, and like say I press the magnifying button, which I'm not going to do, then these would all become dimmed out, and when they become dimmed out, it means they're not involved in the recipe. So what you do is, when you get 50% done as well, you find out the name of it, which is night ore for this one, and you can hover over this after a certain amount. I'm not sure how much I have to do. 55%, there we go. After 50%, it tells you this glowing flame seems to be fueled by magic itself. The number of uses for an ever-burning flame seems endless, but unfortunately it does not seem to produce much heat, though it could prove a steady source of light and energy. There we go, night ore, basic description for you. Whoops, I didn't mean to press that again. So basically when these get these little symbols around them, the little effect, and it says 100% complete, there's no point pressing the button again, even though they won't dim out. So you just basically have to pay attention to what you're pressing. Next, I think it's night ore, so it gives off light, so lux is probably what I want to put into night ore. There we go. Yeah, I have played foamcraft once or twice before, so I know basically what I'm doing here. There we go. It's that just, you can look down at it and read it from there, and that just basically tells you the same thing that you've read. I think that one tells me the exact same thing. And this bit here says night ore can also be placed in the world to act as a magical light source. And this tells you how to make it. See, I'm going through this very fast. Sorry about that. So night ore, it costs 5 vis to make this, so I'm probably just going to make 10 for now. It requires 4 ignis, 4 potentia, and 6 lux. Alright, what does that mean? Well, this coal has 2 ignis and 2 potentia. That's because when you put them in here, ignis, potentia, and it says 2 next to them, which you can also see on there. So 2 of those would be a one night ore, and so what I want is about 40, which means, wait, that'd give me 20, so yeah. Is that right? I'm going to make 10 of these, which means I need 40 of those, and they give me 2 each. Yes. Alright, and lux, it needs 6 lux. My torches have 2. So I need 3 torches per one of these that I want to make. Which basically means I need 30 torches if I want to make 10 of these. Which I do. I don't think that's enough. Oh yes it is. Right, let's see if my maths is right. I hope it is. Otherwise I'm just terrible at maths, and I deserve to not even get an A in school. Well, definitely not an A. I don't think I'm going to get an A, I'm probably going to get a B or something. Anyway, not even a B, probably gonna get a C. If I'm with a C, you still get a GCSE for that, don't you? Right, you do that, you throw them in for the equivalent of whatever amount of stuff you want, of like aspects, and then you get your wand, and you look at your crucible, and you right click, and it makes the stuff, and I got 10 night ore, there we go, just as I said I was gonna, and then my wand recharges. Now, don't make any more than 10 of that with your Wand of the Apprentice. Your Wand of the Apprentice has a max charge of 50, and that says in the book that it uses 5 this. Now, if you try to make more than what your wand can handle, you just won't be able to make it, and you'll have to destroy the crucible and start again, and you'll lose all the items that you put into it, and you won't get anything out of it. So it's probably not worth doing that. Now, night ore's cool, you can place it, and it looks like little fires. It looks cool on the floor because it looks like you can set things on fire with it, but it's not actually a fire. So they're just basically like magical light sources, as it said. There are candles you can make in this as well, but I don't like the candles. I prefer to have hovering fireballs, because like I said before, when I use the fire shard in my wand, it's just I like fire, basically. Not that I'm saying anything. Said the mumbling sound of the pyro in my head. Next, alright, something else that I'm going to search is going to be Alimentum. Yeah, I was hoping that would come up. Brilliant. Alright, this is something else useful. Oh yeah, sometimes as well, when you get like 80% complete, it'll tell you what the last one is without you even need to have it to put it in. So Fractus is what I want there. Cobblestone has Fractus. That's like explosive style stuff. Alimentum, I never read it, but it tells it here. This substance throbs with fiery energy, is more than eager to release its energy at the slightest bump. It may be unstable, but it would probably make a good fuel source of fuel. I'm not going to make some of that right now, I don't think, but it is a good fuel source because it does actually supply quite a lot of fuel when you use it. Something else I want to search is, if I can. Yes, I think I can. I'm going to have to keep pressing this button. I'm even in Furrow and it's taking a long time for this to search. Oh wow. Gunpowder, there we go, that's what I wanted to research. So, I don't know if this will have these. Oh yes, it will. It probably has Ingnus. Yeah, it would do. That's fairly obvious. Oh yeah, because it's a transmutation spell, it will have Permutatio. Seeds have Permutatio. Why did I do that with my seeds? Oh. Those don't have any. Throw these 3 seeds in there. Whoops, that's not the right thing. There it is. I'm getting there. Anyway, look, since Alimentum has such explosive properties, maybe you can harness some of what you have learned to create something more mundane, but just as explosive. Gunpowder, basically. So this is basically just a way of crafting gunpowder is what I'm searching here. I've got eggs in here, they have Permutatio, yes they do, good. Permutatio is a word for exchange, yeah. There we go. Gunpowder. Brilliant. I'm doing a brilliant job here. See, now I can make gunpowder with literally, let's see, what does that cost? Right, that's got 2 Ignis, so I could just like potentially throw 3 of them in, and that's looking at 6, and then 6 cobblestone. So for every 3 pieces of coal and 6 pieces of cobblestone, I get 1 piece of gunpowder. That there, those 2 so put together, would just be 1 piece of gunpowder. That is how easy it is to make gunpowder in this mod. Now I do not need to go hunting for creepers ever, because of how simple that is. Other stuff I probably want to get done during this episode with Farmcraft. No, I don't know. I don't have any seeds really, so I'll take these bones, grow the farm a bit, look after the farm, basically. Alright, be back when I've looked after. Right then, I'm going to show you a bit of basic Farmcraft stuff next. Now I think. So, have I got any spare string left over? That'd be useful. This string would probably do. There we go. Enchanted fabric, just what I wanted. You have created a simple but strong fabric from wool and spider silk. You're sure you can fuse it with magic somehow and create a wonderful crafting component. Now, I forgot what this has. It probably has the armor aspect, which I'm not sure if you actually have to craft some armor to get that. My armor itself has the armor aspect, but it's much too valuable in my opinion to throw that armor into a thing. Ah man, don't you just hate it when you forget. Well, none of you've really done this before, I'm assuming, if you're watching this tutorial. Oh, that's annoying. Usually I know. Oh wait a minute, leather. Ah yes, there we go. Just what I thought. Leather itself has the armor as an aspect. Oh no. Fine, it wasn't armor. I should have known. It might have to do with magic, in which case I should probably take my sand, build some sandstone, only 11, that's not much. Then I have to... Yeah, this is an easy way to make... easy-ish way for you to get hold of some magic aspect. There we go, 9 magic aspect from 44 sand. Severely reduces the amount of sand you have as a stockpile though. There we go. Craft, of course, it says the word craft in it. Should have been obvious. Just throw a crafted table in there. A few crafted tables in there. Oops. Wait, that's not been used up. There we go. Enchanted fabric. This doesn't actually do anything right now. That's just enchanted fabric. Being stupid, as always. That's how you make it, and it says you're not quite sure what the uses are yet. Which basically just means the game's being evil to you. So, basically you just keep researching your string or whatever it is. So, I have run out of string though, which is a big problem. And my flax farm is not going very quickly at all. It's not actually growing by itself at any reasonable pace in my opinion. So, bone meal is what I think I'm going to need for it. And too bad that I used all my bones on my wheat, because I got upset that the wheat wasn't going fast enough. Oh, look at that, I just witnessed more wheat growing. So much for the wheat not going fast enough. I can see it growing right before my eyes. Quite literally. So there you go. I will need more seeds, or something that has the same aspects. It's... what is the aspect called? Because I've never actually directly looked at it. Cloth, fabric, garment, thread. Well, it's in here, so I really don't want to research... Oh yeah, because that has defense and cloth. I might as well research that then. There we go, Formatage's robes. That's what I wanted to research. So, is there any cows on the map? No. I may have to go exploring again. In today. So, till I come back with some leather. Goodbye.